Yechida for infants. Presence. Being in Advekis for infants. It's the infant is the outmost present. Yeah, it's fully present. It has no worries. It's expressing itself exactly where it's at any given time. It takes no prisoners. When it's tired, it cries. When it has to go, it just goes. So, Chida for infants, what a place to be in. To be in a place of fully present, to to be able to express in any type of expression. That is our work. That is where we're at. Where Amalek wants you to look at self, that there's something wrong with you, you're missing something is not right. But we're just infants. We're expressing self. And guess what? Listen to this. A Yid can't do anything wrong. A Yid cannot do an Aver. There's no such thing for a Yid to do an Aver. This is, top shelf Chassidus. But Purim, we can put it out there, and I'm going to tell you how to deal with this. A Yid cannot do any Averis because the goof of a Yid does not do any Averis. You have to ask yourself the question, if at the times of the Beis HaMikdash we were fully aligned and fully present and we saw all the light and we were all fully plugged in, how did we get to a place that we destroyed it? How is it possible? I mean, if I am just comfortable in the temperature that we're at, where I am, why would I want to destroy that? So, Elamai, what does, when somebody does an Aver means a chet means missing the mark, missing the alignment. That's what it means. So, what happens is that, as we said many times before, that there's just the neshama that comes into the guf. I want you to envision that it's almost like a diamond on a cutting table, right? You keep putting it in, and then it shaves off, and you remove it. It's like a sanding belt. You sand, and then you remove. You sand, and then you remove. This is basically what we're doing. We're carving out this Esav and the Klippa that we have, and then on top of that, there's also the Amalek, which is the top level Moichin, that gives us the access to Adala Yada, to get to a place where there is no reasoning, because the spin doesn't make any sense. So you keep spinning on the spin until you say, I give up, I surrender, I can't anymore. And then you just surrender and everything is fine. So, but let's understand what this means, that a Yid can do an Aver, so technically speaking, that I can go out there and do whatever I want because I can't do anything wrong anyways. So that is like putting on a raincoat. You can walk in the rain, you're not going to get wet, but if you walk into the mud in a deep swamp, you just get stuck in the swamp. You can't get out. You can have all the protection. Your body won't get wet, but you're going to be stuck in there. And this is what Avon Sechem Avdilim, which means that when somebody does something wrong, there is no punishment. Nobody's coming after you. Rather, you're putting weights on yourself and you can't get out. It's weighing you down. You can't see clearly. You can't get out of it. So in order for us to tap into this very high conscience, which is Adala Yada, we had to go very deep. We had to go very deep into the mud. And that was the Purim spiel. In other words, there was a spiel, there was a play that was set up. And the setup put us into such a place that we can have aha moment. We can have a moment that we can just find the depth of the essence of our being, to realize that really we can't do any of this. We can't do any separation. We are fully connected. It's just the body and the goof. And in order for us to separate from that and get to that, that's where Mordechai comes in. Mordechai is Morderor, which means Cheres, which means that we're going into Shar Chamishim. What does it mean, Shar Chamishim? Let's see how we get to Shar Chamishim, to the 50th level. Nun Shar Bina. Memta Shar Klippa Nun Shar Bina. How do we get in there? There are many klippas, there are many things that we do because I have a desire to do it. I have something that's pulling me, I want to do it, and I can't say no. It's too strong. The desire, temptation is too strong. then there is a klippa, there's something that has no reason. It's nothing. There's no reason. Like bicken sich for Atzelem, to bow down to Atzelem, there's no reason for it. And therefore, I'm like, whatever. What difference is it really going to make? It makes no difference. It makes no difference. So if I don't feel it, then I can do it. Now, how does this show up? How does it show up in modern times? That would show up as in I'm doing the same thing over and over again. It makes no. I have no chashik. I have no koyach for it. I'm not hating. I'm not loving. I am in blah mode. I am in no man's land. It doesn't hurt anybody. What do you care? What do I care? That is to bow down to the tzelem. That is the klippa below sibba. Because we have to have, the Torah reveals stuff. Torah has to be schatris. Every single day has to be schatris. You have to get up every day. And those things that you're doing repetitively, you have to do it with Kabbalah Sel. I'm getting up, I'm doing what I got to do with Kabbalah Sel. I'm surrendering to it. Because that's what I have to do. First, I'm asking no questions. That's how we break that klippa belief sibba. Without any reason. Now, Matcha understood that. Matcha understood that even the klippa that has no reason is also a yonik from Kedusha. Listen to this. This is the Adalayada. Even the klippa that has no reason, even those things that doesn't hurt anybody, it's just simply sitting over there. It doesn't bother. It's that it doesn't. There's no vibration coming out of it. Matcha understood that even that is coming from Kedusha, which means that if he exists, then he's yonik from Kedusha. And if he's not representing his chachas, he's not representing full alive and flow, then that's a klippa. And he said, I'm not bowing down to that, and this is how you break that layer. This is how you're igniting, you're starting up your engine from positive to positive. In other words, I don't need to wait until I'm down and out and I'm feeling pain in order for me to go drag myself in to make change in my life. When everything is good, I'm going to light the fire from a place of goodness. I'm going to strike fire with fire. What would that look like? That would look like an amazing fire that's going to aflame without any pain in it. So that is repetitiveness, and that is the Iker Kabbalah Satori is Tali in Achnaz of Haman and Amalek. Kabbalah Satori is Panime Satori is by Achnaz when you're going to be Machnia, you're going to put him into submission. You're going to say no, and you're going to step into yes with power, with force, like a soldier, taking orders and stepping into it. There is also the end of Mushlach Manas Ishlerei. We give, we start giving, we're tapping into this powerful chain of chesed. I give you give me back, I give you. Tzedakah is Tzedakah Tatzel Mimavas, which is Mavas death, is being in a place of that I just don't feel. I have no desire, nothing is pushing me. I can't move, I can't go. That is top level Amalek. He's putting in coldness, he's putting in doubt in everything that is in the lower level, but then top level, we're going higher now because we're getting closer to the Megillah. We're about to start reading the Megillah. Then there's Amalek which sits in silence. He's doing nothing. And from there, guess what? One leads to the other, and you fall into anxiety, depression, and all that stuff. So, Purim is a time where there is no shlita of the klippa. Everything is out. Everything, there is no klippa. Everything that you see. Purim is the time that we realize and we recognize that everything is Eibishter. Everything is Enod Mavadeh. Everything is Eibishter. Everything is Enod Mavadeh. And we are a chelik from that. So therefore, we are right in the center. We are here, agents running around, lighting up, exposing this place. That any mask that you're wearing, anything that you put on, everything that's happening in your life was just there to awaken another layer of Amalek, another layer of oil from the other side of that, to trigger one to the other, and then you can just let go of it because Purim, he has no shlita, because it's full exposure. It's full exposure of that the Eibishter is everything and he's everywhere. So Freilich and Erev Purim, and finding the subtlety within you. Go deeper.